I used to destroy my best setups, not because the system was wrong, but because I was. I'd nail the analysis, I'd wait hours for the perfect spot, and then ruin it with hesitation. I'd take profit too fast or hold way too long. Either way, the results were the same: frustration and inconsistency. These weren't random trades. These were the ones that should have paid me. These were A-plus trades. But when it came time to pull the trigger, emotion always crept in. I'd close early, scared it would reverse, and it would keep running right to my target. The next trade, I'd overcorrect, hold too long, and watch profit vanish. The setups were fine. My execution wasn't. Eventually, I realized I didn't need more indicators. I didn't need a new setup. What I needed was structure, something that told me exactly when a trade deserved my money and when to stay out. That's when I built what I now call the ERE framework. It's the end cap rejection execution. The ERE framework keeps trading mechanical. No guessing, no FOMO. Here's how it works. I identify the zones where price is likely to flip: the 15, 30, and 45-minute end caps. I wait for proof, a clean retest, a sharp rejection, and confirmation that momentum agrees. Once that happens, it's go time. I enter, I put my stop above the zone, I set my 1 to 2 target, and I'm done. I walk away. That's the full process behind the one and done. Here's the deal. We don't take B setups, and we sure as hell don't touch C setups. There's zero reason to risk your money on anything less than an A+. If the decision levels are broken, we're below or above the 350 algo zone, and we get a clean end cap rejection with momentum, that's an A+ setup. That's the only one we care about. If it's sloppy, mixed, or uncertain, skip it. Let everyone else gamble and chop while we wait for precision. One great trade a day pays more than 10 random ones. We're not here to trade often. We're here to trade right. The ERE framework eliminates emotion. The market gives the conditions, not your feelings. Decision levels tell you where. The 350 algo zone defines bias, and the end cap rejection gives the entry. That's structure, not guessing. You don't need to trade all day. You need one clean A+ setup that checks every box. Some days it won't trigger. Good. That means you stayed disciplined. And when it does trigger, you press it with confidence because the structure is doing the heavy lifting. In the tutorial coming up, I'll break down how to get your decision levels, how to confirm bias with the 350 algo zone, how to spot which end cap to use, and how to size your position based on your risk amount. And if you're done overtrading and ready to trade with precision, this is it. Stay tuned. The full one and done tutorial using the ERE framework starts right now. So the decision levels are right here. These are posted inside of our WAP every day. I put these in there every day. So we're just going to put them, and we're just going to back test today, and I'm going to show you the trades that happened. So this was actually posted on the 29th in our WAP. So let's get 3 of these on this chart here. And we're actually going to go into, and we're going to go to coordinates, and we're going to type them in. So we're going to go 6949. Okay. And we're going to do this one right here, coordinates 6939. And then we're going to do this bottom one here, 69, right? 6920.75. 20. 75. There it is. All right, so those are our decision levels. Okay. And basically what that means is we just don't really want to do anything until they get hit. And this is 8 a.m. We're not going to trade until 9:30, but let's watch what happens. Okay, so our decision levels hit, and it's at 8 a.m. So, I mean, it's not US session, but it's during US time, and it's crashing crashing through. Right. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to turn on our 350 algo zone, right? And that's going to tell us whether we're bearish or bullish or we're not doing anything. So if we're above this zone, we want to be buying. If we're below it, we want to be selling. If we're inside of it, we're being chopped. We don't want to play when it's being chopped. See that? So right now we are bearish. We're still bearish. And we're still waiting for 930 though. So 930 is coming into play right here. So okay, now we have 930 into play. And what we want to do is we want to turn on um, the first light beacon. We want a 45-minute zone, a 30-minute zone, and a 15-minute zone. Now, there's plenty of guides on what this is and how to use it, and you can use those. This isn't a guide on how to use the FLB. This isn't a strategy, but my yellow is the 45 minutes, red is 15, blue is 30. These are based on the candles. These little dynamic zones here are the 45-minute candle turned into this zone. And then that's the only one I have showing like that. The rest of these are absorption areas where we're going to possibly be absorbed. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for price to come back up into one of the zones. And I like to use the 15-second or 1-minute candle to find these entries. Okay. So I'm going to wait for price to retrace back up. And now see how our 350 algo zone's coming down. We are bearish. So we can get that off the chart for now just to clear it up a little bit. And I'm going to wait for price to come up into one of these zones and reject it. So we're blowing through these ones, pushing bullish. We're getting volume dots. So this is all buying power here. And okay, nope, that's not it. So we're blowing through. And that may be a little bit of rejection there. Nope, still going. Our beacon line right here is still green. You can still see that if we zoom in. Sometimes I just turn the candles right off. And let's just find, we need a good rejection. Okay. That's a good rejection right there. Let's check out our 1-minute candle here. Let the zone populate. And if that zone seems to hold, okay, so the beacon line is green, but it's not pushing. It's not pushing. Okay, it's coming back out. Now let's go back to our 15-second. See, yep, look at all those volume dots that are starting to populate on this thing. That is a decent entry right there. That is a rejection off of the zone. I'm going to go ahead and enter the short now, right? And price would be about right there. And our stop loss goes right there, right above that zone. And then I'm going to target a 2-to-1, or we could go lower if we really want to. And then we'll go back to the 1 minute. We'll turn off the rest of the zones because they are not the ones that's being respected. So we can clear up our chart and then we'll let this run. And this is where you would let it run and you would just walk away from your chart and just let it do what it's going to do. You're going to win or you're going to lose. We're letting profit factor take control here. And that is really throwing you through a loop, but you got to control your emotions and just let it do what it's going to do. And there's the win right there. And if you're interested in using the tools that we have here, you can head over to firstlightbeacon.com. These are institutional grade tools. It is patent pending, and you can start a free trial by clicking this button, or you can come down here and you can learn more about it. You can learn more about all the different indicators we have. You can click on portfolio here and it'll show all the indicators. The only one patent pending is the First Light Beacon, but these are all indicators that come with the suite. And you can start a 2-week trial and test it out. This is our pricing for the system. And it includes, all the training and everything else that you need. And here's information on it here that you can check it out. And you can read our reviews. They're all good reviews. And you can check out our strategies right here, or you can use the Discord. It has the same information in there. We also have options for you to become an affiliate and earn 20% commission on any referrals you bring us, and the customers are yours for life, and you get monthly payouts. Again, if you'd like to use our tools, head over to firstlightbeacon.com. Right there, the link will be in the description, and we hope to see you in our Discord.